or whatever Roger says.
We agreed last time that rather than me ask my silly questions, I'd give her the topic and she'd frame a question around it.
We didn't agree on
We didn't agree on that, did we? That's all right.
Roger agreed.
Well, a couple of random thoughts. And I've shared Rob's concern when we started this thing about what are we, 10 or 12 people who know nothing about safety management per se, going to add to a process that already involves organizational management, a national consulting firm, lots of visibility, and so on and so on. And you can debate all day and all night about what's being done well and what's being done poorly. And if we can add mechanical adjustments, that would be terrific. My mind, though, tends to wander more, I guess, to the following kind of notion, that being that we have circumstances here, as every organization does. We have a new general manager who's, I'll say this without being sure of it, trying to get himself sorted out in terms of the kind of vision he wants to provide for this organization, what it's to do, what it's to become, and so forth, and simultaneously keep delivering daily the best possible service at the highest level of safety we can manage. So I kind of go to, I think we need to be sure we have the right, speaking organizationally now, we need to have the right framework in place before we do too much tinkering with the details one way or another. They can always be tinkered with, and they should be, but to say that the solution here is to do item X point XXY differently, I don't think is the answer. I'm going to be a bit presumptuous and say, having listened to Tony speak about what UPS has done, having listened to Polly Sangstad talk about Les Schwab and what they've done, some of us at least were oriented to trying to drive that discussion to what's the tone at the top that you need, what's the organizational theory and psychology that works to make an organization effective. And I would define effective here in our context as putting customer service right at the top. And I sort of interpret that as brand management. What do we want the TriMet brand to be? It's a dandy brand. I mean, it has its problems. There have been horrible accidents, and everyone just abhors. But if you look at it nationally, it is one of the best systems in the country. Could it be better? Yeah, it really could. What can we do to make getting on one of these vehicles an experience to look forward to, as opposed to getting in where everybody looks at their shoes for 30 minutes and bitches about whether or not we're on time? So starting conceptually at a high level to set that vision for the place and then build the organization to make it work. Adjustments, we keep talking about safety and training. I prefer to talk about customer service, which includes safety and training. You know, things of that ilk. It has a way of resetting the clock, sort of. This is all somewhat ambiguous, and I apologize for that, but there are world-class organizations that figure out how to put the seed at the top and then build the thing so it really works like they want it to. And we looked at two of them. I mean, UPS gets that done. Les Schwab gets it done. You could argue Nordstrom's gets it done. There are probably public agencies I'm not thinking of. Well, the Port of Portland and the airport here. Polly Sangstad worked there for some time, and that was one of the examples she brought to the fore. They decided to make that one of the best airports in the world, and it is. From a customer service point of view. Is it imperfect? Absolutely, but it's pretty good. So I'll stop carrying on, Tom, but the focus first, I think, needs to be at the top on the tone and the vision and where we're going with this thing and what we want this brand to look like, and then how do we build it out? What can we add to Neil's thinking about how he might go about that? He shouldn't do everything we suggest to him. That would be a terrible idea, but maybe we can help.
Good points, always. Shirley.
In my years of experience as a driver, customer service was up there. Safety was also up there. Scheduling was third. And with the three, I mean, sometimes, like I said, safety, I mean, you would have passengers who would get on and say, I have to be at a doctor's appointment, and can you get there? I need to be there in about 15 minutes. And the pressure is on for you to step on the gas, and as I say, but you still got to keep that customer, that passenger happy. And you have, as a driver, you have to be a people person. You have to be able to function under all type of circumstances. I mean, different personalities with people. Like I said, customer service is the top level. And like I said, safety is next. And scheduling is third. And it wasn't always easy to keep those three, and you can't keep everyone happy. But over the years, my customer service stayed up there. My scheduling, safety stayed there because I gave it my best shot as far as staying safe and like I said, and trying to keep my schedule. But as I say, as I got older and more years of experience, as I say, customer service stayed number one. And like I said, my scheduling was always down. But keeping the passengers happy under all type of situations, it was not easy, but I did it. And if you're not a people person as a driver, which you have to be a person to deal with all kind of situations. You got to be a babysitter, you got to be a doctor, you have to be a psychiatrist. I mean, you have to handle it all. Plus, as I say, staying safe and focused and trying to keep the public happy. The public do think a driver is a superman or superwoman. We're only human, and we can only do so much as far as trying to give you our best. And there are a lot of us out there as drivers who do give our best every day. And we're under fire, we're under pressure every single day. Someone may have had a bad day and get on your bus and look at your face because you don't, how are you? Or they want to tell you the plight of their day. And you have to focus on safety. Just for example, one passenger got on, and she just wanted for me to listen to the plight of her day from the time she got up till that evening she sat on my bus. I explained to her very courteously, I said, ma'am, this is rush hour. I have to stay focused on the traffic. It's bumper to bumper. I said, I cannot talk to you now. She continued to just insist on talking. So I had to go to the PA system, being professional, and says, ladies and gentlemen, all your lives are in my hands. There's a passenger up here who needs someone to talk to. Would anyone come up? Papers went up, books went up. So she says, okay, I got it. But I'm saying, as a driver, we're human beings, and we do try to give our best. We do try to stay safe. None of us want to injure anyone, because we have to live with that every single day of our lives if we do. And like I said, working for TriMet, I am TriMet when I'm in that seat. And all the decisions that we make is a reflection on TriMet. So I valued my job. I liked people. And I tried to do the very best job I could in all situations. And it's not an easy task. Until you have walked in our shoes, you can't really judge us. You can judge our performance. But if you sit in that seat, like one lady told one of my coworkers, anybody can do your job, even a monkey. So he said he just politely got a newspaper and sat down. When it was time to go, she says, aren't you going to move this bus? And he said, no, you said anybody can drive it, so get up there and drive. And so she said, I can't drive the bus. But I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, we as drivers do not want to kill, injure anyone. We do try to stay on schedule. But in the changing world of people coming here from all over the United States, aggressive drivers moving here from big cities like New York, California, they're aggressive drivers. And I mean, there are plenty of times where people want to stand and I have to tell them, please have a seat. Please don't stand here, because I never know when someone is going to cut in front of me. And there are a lot of people out there looking for lawsuits. TriMet. Yeah, TriMet will pay me. And these are the things that we hear. And like I said, the pressure's on to be the best you can be from everyone. And we do try. We give it our best shot. We don't always succeed because we're human, but we do give it our best.